Yes, and this begs a question. In these difficult times, is there such a thing as cheap and cheerful?
No. I mean, when have you ever heard anyone say, right, I'm going to deploy my cheap and cheerful parachute? I could have had an expensive heart operation, but I decided to go for one that was cheap and cheerful. This Perodua MyVi suffers from the same problem. It costs £7,600, so it is cheap. But is it cheerful? No. Brakes are rubbish. Rides rubbish. Seats are rubbish. That's rubbish. Honestly, I would rather be inside Paul Scholes. This is a car you drive with a long face.
Still, could be worse. You could be in a Chevrolet Aveo. I like a basic, underpowered car. I think they can be fantastic fun, so it amazes me that they can make this thing so dull. The steering is meaningless, the pedals feel mushy, the seats are flat. The gear change is out of a... I think it's out of a Mark I Cavalier. No, that's not fair on the Cavalier. And the cost of all this misery, £8,500. The only reason you would buy this car is not because it's cheap, because it's not that cheap. It would be because you hadn't tried any others.
I have. I've tried this, the Proton Satria Neo. It's actually not so bad when you're moving. That's not because it's in any way fun to drive. It isn't. The gear change is awful. The engine's got no power low down whatsoever. But when you're moving, at least you're obliged to look ahead out of the cabin at things. Only when you stop do you think, actually, yeah, I'm sure I saw a nice surround on that air vent. I'll just adjust. Oh, no, it's horrible. And look at all this. Oh, that's not metal either. It's... At nearly £10,000, the Proton is the most expensive of the three. But you do get some unique features. The wing mirrors have been made using Fairground Hall of Mirrors glass. So when I move my head like that, all the cars... So that's either a bus, or now it's a skip, and now it's a big clown. Soon we all met up, and this was an ideal opportunity to show Jeremy one of the Proton's other unique features. Now it's a sunny day. Put the visor down.
You can't see a thing.
No.
You can't make the seat go down.
You can a bit, but you have to open the door.
So every time the sun comes out, you then have to open the door?
Yeah.
Look at these. They've managed to make Allen-headed bolts out of plastic.
Yeah, because I believe...
Oh, it
that's a disappointment.
That's wrong.
You're talking fake. Look at this.
Oh, that's not a real alloy.
Are these fake as well?
Yes, they are.
So fake wheel nuts. A year ago, we'd have been here with a Ferrari, a Lamborghini and an Aston Martin. Now,
this is it.
we had chosen as our meeting point London's financial district. So we thought it would be a good idea while we were there to introduce all the passing bankers and money men to the motoring world they'd created. What have you got now?
XJR.
An XJR. And you've got a...
BMW M3.
M3.
BMW X5.
X5. So welcome to the future, your future.
I'm not sure this is the right car for me.
It's the only car for you now. You better get used to it.
Lavishly equipped with doors.
I'm not sure it's going to do the acceleration that the M3 does.
It doesn't, I can absolutely assure you.
You've been lending money to Mexicans who haven't got enough to pay you back, haven't you? You have. That's what you've done. And now look, check it out.
Is that one any better?
No.
They're all three terrible.
Yes.
Do you have this every day going round?
Yeah, it does.
Every day, just
Every day.
constantly down?
Yeah.
Have you thought about jumping out of a window?
It's a bit plasticky.
A bit?
What are you doing at work today?
We are looking into new markets in European gas.
That might not be a bad thing for you lot. Just flip it down, you wouldn't see the bridge coming up, everybody's happy.
Have you noticed this?
I put that back on earlier, thanks.
It just disintegrated while I was looking at it.
What's the 0 to 60 tow?
Excuse me.
Yes.
Good news.
What?
You know, we're here. Bit of
Yeah.
a distraction, okay? Seen the crowds?
Yeah?
That means that none of them can actually get into their offices and lose all our money.
It's safe. We're providing a service to the nation.
And then, after we'd moved on, I came up with another service for the nation. All the banks that go to the government for our money to keep going, make them have as company cars Perodua MyVis. RBS, you've been really bad, you can have a Proton septic nappy. Yeah, Fred Goodwin, you keep your pension. Just one thing, your car. Of course, bankers aren't entirely responsible for the problems. Which is why we pulled over, decorated our cars a bit, and went to shout at the government.
What do we want? Aston Martin!
When do we want them?
Now! V8! Not G8! Give us a Rolls-Royce Phantom, long wheelbase now! 2, 4, 6, 8. Jackie Smith's husband likes to mustard. I can't do that one.
Supercars, not mini-stars. Not very good at this. Mind you, compared to James.
Acceleration, not nationalisation.
Of the banks. Although obviously it's easy
to make a credible case for state ownership of other industries, such as utilities.
Catchy.
Hit the banks, not our tanks.
It means your petrol tanks, ladies and gentlemen, if you were confused.
Although whilst we're at it, the armed forces are woefully under-equipped for the job they have to do.
A policeman then came to tell us off.
Please don't hit me with your riot shield.
But it was quite hard to understand him.
What?
I think that policeman's quite cross.
In fact, he was so fed up that he told us to leave.
That's not gone well, our protest.
But we were fed up too, with our cars. So we left them in a stupid place and went home on foot.
This tunnel handles better than my car, and the interior is a lot more welcoming. It's a fact.